For more on the reaction to Cardinal George Pell's death, I'm now joined live by former Ambassador to the Holy See, John McCarthy. John, thank you very much for joining us this morning. You knew George Pell personally for many years. How would you describe his legacy?
It's going to be controversial. It's a part that has a role in Rome, a role in Australia, in two dioceses and many institutions, as well as his controversial court cases and related matters concerning royal commissions and sex abuse.
And you mentioned it was controversial, and of course he was convicted of child sexual abuse. That conviction was overturned by the High Court. How big of an impact did that have on his public image and the Catholic Church in general?
Well, the acquittal, of course, is enormously to his favour, and for many, including myself, he was never felt that he was guilty of anything of that sort. That it is a very controversial case in Australia is going to remain that way, I think, for many years to come.
What impact do you think his death will have on the Catholic Church?
If you mean the Catholic Church in respect of Rome, I would say this straight off. Cardinal Pell was an asset in respect of Pope Francis and the Vatican, especially in respect of financial affairs and monetary matters. He had a reputation for integrity and administration, and it was understood worldwide. He was someone that had the confidence of financial circles at the highest levels in the world. He is someone that was regarded with credibility by the Wall Street Journal and the Financial Times in London. Replacing him is not going to be easy. Replacing what he did for the reputation of the church is going to be extremely difficult.
Well, take us through what sort of an influence then that he had on the Catholic Church when he was in Rome.
Well, as I say, he did much in respect of reform of the Vatican, of the Vatican's financial systems and relationships between various institutions. And he was a part of the central councils at the very top of the church. He was in the Council of Cardinals. He was someone who had enormous influence on Vatican policy. I am the head of the anti-slavery forces in the church in Australia. I can tell you that Cardinal Pell has been critical in bringing about the role of the Catholic Church, which is on the front foot on these particular issues here, and more development in respect of Rome.
As we know, there has been, I guess, a mixed reaction to his death, but what sort of an impact do you believe his death will have on the faithful?
I think that there are people who are grieving throughout the world in relation to his passing. It is an enormous, tragic shock, and no one was expecting it. I don't think Cardinal Pell was expecting anything like what has happened. So there is that. There are those that have a negative opinion of him. That will be thought about, I think, in many respects, and with many people over the coming years. But I don't expect that would greatly change. Cardinal Pell had a bigger and more positive reputation away from Australia than he did in actual fact within our own country. And bringing those into balance is something that historical processes and those that are concerned with his image and with his reputation will have as a part of the task for the future in the church and with Cardinal Pell's reputation.
John McCarthy, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much for joining us this morning.